Welcome to the Local Content Studio, an AI-generated podcast sponsored by newmedialocal.com, an AI-powered digital media agency.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Loretta Marie Kimball, and today we're diving into something that's absolutely transforming how legal professionals get found online. You know that feeling when you Google something and get an instant perfect answer? That's not traditional search anymore. That's AI working behind the scenes. And if you're an attorney or professional service provider still playing by the old SEO rules, you're basically bringing a typewriter to a digital revolution. Nearly 60% of web traffic is now influenced by AI-driven search engines. That's not some distant future prediction. That's happening right now. So today, I want to walk you through exactly how this shift is changing everything, and more importantly, how you can get ahead of it. Let's start with what's actually happening. Traditional SEO was all about cramming the right keywords into your content and hoping Google's algorithm would notice you. It was like shouting the loudest at a networking event and hoping someone important would hear you. But AI search optimization, it's completely different. These new AI-driven search engines don't just scan for keywords. They're reading for meaning, context, and actual expertise. They're processing entire passages to understand sentiment, relevancy, and whether you actually know what you're talking about. Think about it this way. When someone asks their AI assistant about immigration law or civil rights issues, the AI isn't just matching keywords. It's looking for authoritative, context-rich content that demonstrates real insight. It wants to see that you're not just throwing around legal jargon, you're actually solving problems. This is huge for attorneys because your credibility isn't just important, it's everything. When you're dealing with high-stakes immigration cases or civil rights issues, people need to trust that you know your stuff. And now the search engines are finally smart enough to recognize authentic expertise. The game has changed from how often can I say immigration lawyer to how clearly can I demonstrate that I understand the real challenges my clients face. So what does this actually look like in practice? Instead of keyword-stuffed blog posts that read like robots wrote them, you need content that anticipates questions, provides genuine insight, and shows your thought process. Here's the framework that's working. Authority first, discussion second, proof third, event fourth. You start by establishing your expertise through deep, substantive content. Then you break that down into conversation-worthy pieces. You back it up with real examples and case studies. And finally, you create opportunities for deeper engagement. The content pattern that's driving results follows what I call the friction-first approach. You lead with what's misunderstood or risky in your field. You break down the real problem behind the surface issue. You offer actionable frameworks that people can actually use. And you end with clear next steps. This works because immigration and civil rights attorneys are constantly dealing with evolving regulations and complex client situations. Content that immediately addresses real pain points gets attention, both from your audience and from AI systems that can recognize relevance. But here's the key. You need to structure this for AI comprehension. That means using schema markup, creating FAQ sections, and organizing your content in topical clusters that help AI engines understand your domain authority. The most successful approach I'm seeing is interview-based content creation. You sit down for one focused interview session where you share your authentic expertise. Then that becomes the seed for everything else. Blog posts, social media content, email campaigns, all maintaining your actual voice and perspective without the massive time investment. Now let's talk about how to actually implement this across different platforms, because AI doesn't just live in search engines, it's everywhere. For LinkedIn, you want thought leadership content that establishes authority. AI systems recognize professional context, so in-depth analysis that could impact someone's practice performs well here. Facebook works for community discussion and peer exchange, which is crucial in legal practice areas where attorneys learn from each other's experiences. And platforms like Twitter or X are perfect for quick insights and staying visible in legal conversations without major time investment. The key is creating what I call a cascade effect. You start deep with substantial content that establishes your expertise. Then you atomize those complex ideas into digestible formats throughout the week. You build momentum with video content that reaches new audiences. And you concentrate attention with events and long form content for people ready for deeper engagement. This ensures that by the time someone reaches your consultation page or attends your webinar, they're already familiar with your thinking and approach. There's a specific methodology that's working incredibly well called the authority proof method. It solves the core tension between needing consistent content and having limited time for creation. Here's how it works. You start with authentic expertise captured through strategic interviews. You optimize that content for AI compatibility using structured data and semantic keyword coverage. You integrate it with your digital marketing and social media presence, and then you track and measure what's actually working. Systems like authorityproof.ai are specifically designed for this. They use deep learning models to evaluate your content against the exact requirements of modern AI-focused search engines. They check for semantic keyword coverage, contextual authority markers, and competitive benchmarking. But the real power comes from understanding that AI search optimization isn't just about ranking higher. It's about appearing in AI-generated answer blocks, voice search results, and conversational interfaces where people are increasingly finding information. For attorneys, this means a tangible edge in visibility and client acquisition. You're not just competing for traditional search rankings anymore. You're positioning yourself to be the expert that AI systems recommend when people have legal questions. The bottom line is this: the legal professionals who understand and adapt to AI search optimization now are going to dominate their markets. Those who wait are going to find themselves buried beneath smarter, faster, AI literate competition. This isn't about replacing your expertise with technology. It's about making sure your expertise gets found by the people who need it most. It's about building thought leadership without sacrificing billable hours or authenticity. The 30% rule in AI search optimization says that you need to be 30% better than your competition to break through. But here's the thing: most of your competition isn't even thinking about this yet. So your window of opportunity is huge. If you want to dive deeper into this, start by auditing your current content for AI compatibility. Look at how your expertise is being presented online and explore how AI search optimization can transform your firm's digital presence. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Larita, and I'll catch you on the next episode where we'll dive into the specific tools and tactics that are working right now.